Hi everyone, welcome back. As always, we start with this short preview and after that we have the unboxing. In this shot we can see some of my sizes in other brands and also a closer look for this label. By the way, feel free to pause the video every time you need. I didn't find anything else in the box. In this shot we can see both, and like I said, we're gonna start with the left foot because we want to see if the quality is consistent or not. For those of you that care about the cushioning, you should pay attention to this part. Keep in mind that I never split this shoe in half, so I don't know for sure how much they have inside, but this is more or less, so just to get yourself a small idea. Because we know how much they have on the exterior, I did measure that. And basically with these sneakers, what you see is what you get, because they don't have inside less foam that they have on the exterior. It might be only 8 to 10 millimeters, but not more than that. So this is a very true sneaker with that internal midsole. And I'm saying this because I've seen plenty of sneakers that they have big chunk of foam on the exterior and inside we don't find that. Basically it's half of it. I'm saying this because I've seen this in Ultraboost models and few others Boost models from Adidas and other brands also, of course. They are doing these oversized midsoles on the exterior, but in the interior we don't find that. So that's why in this case I can call these sneakers an honest pair of sneakers. Anyway, let's just move on. This pair is one of the best selling sneakers from Nike in the running sneakers. And there's a reason for that. They have plenty of cushioning, they are mass cushioning sneakers, and you can feel that, you know. The midsole is big, but it's not oversized. I mean, I've seen bigger midsoles in New Balance More V4, for example, in Asics Superblast. Well, these ones, they are not that tall like those are, but they still have great to amazing cushioning. And it's not that the other ones, they don't have good cushioning, those max cushioning sneakers. They have it, but these ones, they have it even softer than those. That's why these ones, they are so nice for me. The softness of this midsole, it's about the same like the old Ultraboost that we used to have few years back. The newer versions from Ultraboost, it's not like they aren't anymore soft. They are, maybe. But the amount of the foam is too small in them. That's why I don't like them anymore. In this midsole, I did found some small holes. It's not a big deal, but I'm showing them here because I did found them, you know. Like I said, it's not a big deal. They won't make any noise or anything, but they are there. So it's worth to mention. The quality is not 100% perfect, you know. And another issue with this pair, this is more important, is this sole is a bit too thin. I feel that at least 1 or 2 millimeters would have been amazing, but this one is a bit too thin. What I like on this sole is that it's just one piece basically, although they have 3 different colors, and like you see here, at least it's just one piece, you know. It's not few small pieces glued on the back of this sole. Under the heel, I feel that is a bit more rigid, so that is better for stability on the back. I know that by now some of you will say, yeah, but they already have Invincible 3. Why not just reviewing those? Well, I wanted to see all the Invincible models before they are disappearing. I needed to know if it's an evolution, the next model from 2023, or is a simply downgrade that is more expensive than before. In the shot we can see another imperfection. I mean, that sole is glued, but not 100% as it should, you know. So they have small imperfections. Here we can see the insole. I like it, but it's a bit thinner than I wish it was. Although it's not bad, it's soft. In general, it's not a bad insole, but being thinner than others, I think it would last less. That is the issue. Here we can see the footbed. I think this one is the softest footbed that I tried so far, because it doesn't have another layer over that footbed, and it doesn't have the glue that normally makes that footbed so rigid, like in Ultraboost models. Here basically we have directly the midsole, that soft foam under our feet. In this shot we can see the upper and some reflective materials that are in front and in the back. We're gonna see that part a little bit better farther on the video. And here we can see the tongue and also the laces. The tongue, I wish it was a bit thinner than this, and of course the internal label. Like I said before, we're gonna see the right foot also because we want to see how is that quality. After checking this midsole and sole, I can say that only in the midsole I did find some small holes like we seen in the left foot, but I didn't find the problems that I found before with the sole not being well glued. Here at least is well made. By the way, in comparison with the older version, these ones are a bit more wider, so thank God for that. Also the upper, I feel that it had been a bit improved. The other one was a bit more plasticky. This one feels a bit more better, more rugged. Like I said, these sneakers, they have some extra padding that I wish they wouldn't have. For example, the thickness found in New Balance 1080 version 12, that is the best thickness for tongue that I found so far in sneakers. In this shot we can see the size of those holes. Well, it's about the size of a needle, so it's nothing huge, nothing to worry about really. In this shot we can see both insoles. As you can tell, they are exactly the same, no difference in between them. And again we can see a bit better this footbed and the interior here. Yeah, here checking the padding on the collar, I did notice is a bit more than I need. Here we can see the second label from these sneakers. In this shot we're gonna see the laces a bit better and also how is the tongue made and how is the interior. Let's just say they are good enough, but I did notice they are a bit in the shorter size. So for those that, like me, they have higher instep, they might find them a bit too short for them. The elasticity I think is right on point. Now we can see a bit better this interior. Let's have a look. About the tongue, as you can tell, they have a gusseted tongue, which I like it in general in all the sneakers. I do prefer to have it this way. This will basically keep it in one place. Here when I tried to bend them, I actually had a surprise because I didn't expect to have this good resistance. because being a bit harder to bend, it means it will have a better stability in the end. I've seen sneakers that they were a lot worse than these ones. So yeah, surprisingly good. In the shot we can see the thickness of this upper. It's more than enough. It's better than it was before, so no complaints here. Another thing that I would like to point out is that the tongue is wide enough even for my instep, so that's a great thing. And I'm saying that because in Nike Fly 5, for example, that have carbon plate, well, with those they didn't cover my entire instep, the tongue that they have. So that was an issue for me, even though I did like those sneakers, you know. Another thing that I did like it on the sneakers is that the upper is not too perforated. So it's breathable, but it's not too perforated because you're gonna feel cold sometimes. The upper of these sneakers feels that they have like 2 layers of different materials. So at least 2 layers I did notice there, which I like it. We can see that we don't lose too much from this external midsole. On the interior we have almost the same. I know that this part is very important for many of you. You can pause the video and compare with different other sneakers, and this way you will see how big they are, how they are inside, and so on. Hopefully this way you're gonna find your size a bit more easier. And next we're gonna see the weight for the sneakers that are in Spanish size 41 or 18 US. And also we're gonna see here a comparison with other sneakers just to see more or less how is the weight. For me, to be honest, everything that is around 600 grams is more than enough. I wish this one they had a thicker soles and a bit more weight, and I wouldn't mind at all. And like always, next we have the comparison with my feet. Here we can see the arch that I have and the instep that I have. To be honest, I've been surprised with these insoles because they are a bit more wider than I was expecting. I mean, usually my feet they have like 1 centimeter or more wider than the insoles, and in this case the difference was very small, like 4 or 5 millimeters difference. Again, in this shot we can see the size of my arch and my instep. By the way, this shot is in real time because we want to see how easy are to get your feet inside. So I think it came the time for pros and cons. Well, for pros, I don't think it's needed to say, but I will say it anyway. I love the Midsole. I think it's just simply great. Could be better, sure, maybe few more millimeters in front. That is the only thing that I will change on that Midsole. But otherwise it's amazing. I love it. Other thing that I like it with them, they are not narrow. I feel that in the toe box is just the right amount of space, at least for my feet. So that's why that is a positive thing for me. The stability is good enough for the height of that Midsole. So nothing to complain. Could be better, sure, of course. But even this way, it's not too bad. I like it. Also, another thing that I like it on them is that they have reflective materials. Not all of the sneakers, they have reflective materials. In some we can find more of it than in these ones, and in some we don't find at all. Here we have a discrete amount of 3M materials, and because of that we can use them even as lifestyle sneakers if we have the need for that. Now cons. For cons, first of all, it will be the sole. Obviously this sole is very thin. We cannot ignore that. So that is a thing that I don't like it in them. Next will be the price. Here in Spain they are 180 euros. I don't think you can find them anymore on the official webpage, but in some retail stores you can still find them, and at a better price, obviously. And this will be it for me, at least. They are good enough, only I wish they were having a better sole and a lower price. Maybe few more millimeters in front of the sneaker, but otherwise they are good enough for me. How they are in comparison with other sneakers? Well, in comparison with more V4, I think these ones, they have a bit less cushioning in forefoot, but the cushioning that they have is softer than in those. So I do prefer this one over those in cushioning. In comparison with Novablast 3 from Asics, this one still have a better cushioning in my opinion. It's softer and I do prefer this way, but those are closer in cushioning with these ones. So I like both of them. You just pick the one you like it more, I guess. In comparison with Superblast, those from Asics, they are a bit too thin on the upper in comparison with these ones. And also the cushioning is not as soft as this one have. In comparison with 1080 version 12, obviously these ones have much more cushioning than those. I mean, I cannot compare them. They are good those, but these ones are much better. In comparison with Pegasus 39, obviously these ones have more cushioning. In comparison with Fly 5, again, better cushioning. This one have softer cushioning than those. Those, they have it a bit too firm in my opinion. Although they have good cushioning and they have a carbon plate, I prefer this one over those. In comparison with all the models from Adidas that are Ultraboost models, well, these ones have more cushioning because they are max cushioning sneakers, and those, they cannot compete with these ones. I decided to make a short comparison with Adidas 4D. We can see here some images with them. The height on that midsole is almost the same, but the comfort in Nike is at least 2 times better than in Adidas. Adidas looks like they have plenty of midsole, but it's just not as good as this one. I mean, they cannot even compare, to be honest. There's a huge difference in between them. With Adidas model, I did have some issues around the instep because the laces were digging into my instep. They were creating me serious pain, so for me it's impossible to wear those just because of that. As my final thoughts, in my opinion, these sneakers are one of the best that I tried so far in cushioning sneakers. I do recommend them for some people. I'm saying this because for runners, those thin soles, they might not last too much, but for those that they want them as lifestyle sneakers, or maybe because they have problems with the feet and they need it, well, I do recommend these sneakers. They have very good comfort, so I like them. I think I will end here this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please don't forget to subscribe because it's so important for me. Have a nice day and take care of you. Stay safe.